So for this session, we're going to talk about creating custom calculated fields. For the example I'm going to give today, we're going to take a look at first our drilling or RTD pre-spud job types within our well delivery module. On the left-hand side, you can see our various disciplines that have been assigned to different team members or team leads, and then the status in green or blue. Green meaning that that discipline has been completed, blue meaning that we're in progress. So as we're starting to create more and more jobs, drilling or RTD type jobs, we might have a certain status report that we want to build to show how things are going. So based on those different disciplines, what's the status for our engineering, for our operations, based on the job number and the well name. And we can see for this particular report that I've built, our RTD status report, all of our individual disciplines that we're looking at in this report, everything's already been complete. So this report can be a great tool visually to take a look to see what's in progress, what's already complete. But if everything's already complete, how can we take it a step further and start to report on things like cycle time? So how long did it take to get from that in progress status to a complete status? So we can do that using the custom calculated fields. So I've built that report already, just so we know what it looks like beforehand. This is my ready to drill cycle time reporting. Again, well name and job number. And then we've got some status cycle time fields that I've created that use a custom formula to return the days between the two dates, the in progress status date and the completed status date. So what I want to do now is to kind of fill out this report. I want to add another one of our disciplines. One that's missing from the report is our operations. So we're going to go into our configuration menu. From there, we're going to be able to search for our jobs because it's going to be a field in our job document. We can go ahead and create this new field. It's going to be a calculated field type. It's going to sit in our custom record. Let's give it a name, our operation status, cycle time. And we want that to be in days. So down here, we've got our formula box, and this only exists for our calculated field type. And in this formula, we can start typing, and it's going to give us a bunch of, based on what we're typing, a bunch of suggestions, or we can use the function search down here as well. So I already know what I'm looking for, but know that this is a quite robust search engine. So I'm looking for something like days between dates. So I already know the function. It's going to live within our date time kind of function category, and it's going to give us a description on the right-hand side. So I can double click to include that in our formula here, and then it's saying we need, one date, comma, the second date, and it's going to return a decimal value. So the first date we want is an operations, and you can see as I type that in, it's going to give us a bunch of different options here. So we want our completed date. And so this is looking at our disciplines, looking at our operations complete date. We want to add a comma there, and then we want, again, our operations, this time our assigned date. So we're taking our completed date, we're subtracting our assigned date. We can close that, and we can tell that we're going to get that green validation for our decimal type of output. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to create that new field. We can see that this is going to require a service restart, like anytime we create a new field in any document. So I'll come back once I've restarted the service, and we can go from there. So I've gone and I've restarted our service, so we can take a look for our newly created field, our operations status cycle time that we created. And now we want to get that into our report, our cycle time report. So let's jump back over to that. Very easily, we can edit this report. And then we can add from our available columns because we just created that new field. It's available to us, our operation status cycle time, days. We can hit done editing, and we can close it out. One thing you might notice right away is that we've got all of these decimal points to the right-hand side, unlike all of our other columns here, I intentionally skipped a step so we can take a look at how we can edit our custom calculated field columns, or sorry, our custom calculated fields after the fact. So let's go back into our, this is back into our field configuration for our jobs. We've got our operation status cycle time field that we just created. We can go in and view that, and we can actually view the formula for that right away. So I know already what I need to do. We need to find a function that is going to take our days between dates decimal field that we've got, and we want to actually round it. So we want to round it and take out all of those values to the right of the decimal place. So we've got that function already in here and execute. So if I double click on that, we've got to edit first, sorry. If I put in our round, and then I know if I want 0 values to the right of the decimal, I can just simply put a 0. It's going to tell me I'm returning a decimal output type. But when I go back and I refresh my report, you can see that that's all been cleaned up, and we've got our operation status cycle time in our RTD cycle time report. So this has been creating a custom calculated field and using it in a report. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you on the next one.